So we came down here to Watermark Fisheries, Bradley's Lake, on Monday, and it's been raining pretty badly, pretty atrocious weather conditions and all that kind of thing. The first night the wind was blowing over here to our right. We've opted to fish like the middle section. There's a point, like a prominence, there's a bay either side. So there's the four of us fishing. There's me, Martin, John and Mark over there. The first night I didn't have anything, but John had three. Lost a couple down there in the bay. Martin had one, like yesterday morning. But I didn't have anything. Mark didn't have anything either. It's the first one I've had out of Bradley's, to be fair. £20.4, beautifully scaled carp, and I think there's a lot of them like that in here. There's a lot of fish in here, allegedly 2,000 fish or something like that. Hell of a lot of big fish as well, like really big commons and mirrors. A lot of 30-pounders as well, we've been told, so we were hopeful for some of them. But I saw them this morning up that top end there. Basically, saw them topping in the calm water. Went and had a look and saw a few shows. And anyways, came back here and the fish started jumping about 80 yards out. Yesterday, for the first time in my life, I've done some spomming. So I was very proud about that. Got them all pretty much out there. And this morning they're showing on it. We've seen fish travelling through and topping. They're not mega explosive tops. They're quite discreet. So about 10 minutes ago, had the indicator, left-hand rod pulled up to the top, pulled into this one. It was a pretty nice little scrap, bit weird scrap close in, but had this on my usual helicopter setup, 2.5 ounce lead, and then basically because the craze used to be quite bad on here, we've adopted the tactics of using amnesia stiff links. I've basically a 5-inch hook link, size 8 quarter choddy, D-rig, and a little Thinking Anglers ring swivel on there, to which I've attached an artificial yellow bait to put the craze off, and attached that to a bag, and that's what I caught this one on, so well chuffed. Okay, so I just had another take on the last remaining rod that I had out there. Turned out to be a nice tench, about 6-7 pounds, something like that. So now I've got 2 rods out of the water, so I'm just going to give you a quick run through as to the terminal arrangement that I was using to catch that fish. As I mentioned, it's my usual helicopter setup, nice and safe. It's 45 pound ESP lead core. I've got a Thinking Anglers oval bead there to stop the swivel riding up the lead core. That's tied onto a 2.5 ounce pear lead with a 3-turn grinner. Now that's nice and simple, nice and safe. Now for a hook link, I've got 20 pound amnesia. Now I've formed a D with the amnesia, quite a small D. And then on that, I've got a hook ring swivel from Thinking Anglers as well, which are absolutely brilliant. Basically, you've got the ring sliding on the D, which causes you anti-ejection properties. Then you've got a little bit of rotation, a little bit of stiffness, and a little bit of weight, so it balances the whole presentation out perfectly. Really nice. The hook bait choice is a little yellow artificial boilie, about 12mm. From Enterprise Tackle. It's Frank Warwick one, really nice actually. So I had a tench on it last night, so that made me pretty confident, but that presentation sinks ever so slowly. Now, I'm fishing this in conjunction with a small PVA bag. I mean, I've been told on this water a lot of people do quite well and just casting out bags at showing fish, and I formulated this stick mix. Basically there's a bit of liquidised bread in there, some different size pellets, trout pellets. It's got a little bit of John Elmer scattered baits anchovy in there, all ground up, and a little bit of anchovy extract just to give it a bit of added attraction. And I put that out over the area that I spotted to yesterday. I made up like a white bucket yesterday of all sorts of crumb, pellets, particle pigeon conditioner mix, a little bit of liquid molasses in there just to give it a bit of sweetness, bit of salt as well, not too much. And I put that out there at 2 different spots. Basically, there's 2 obvious clumps of trees on the far tree line over there. So I arbitrarily chose them. Martin's spod rod was clipped up to like 80 yards. So, like I say, I put about half that bucket out there between the 2 spots. Had a tench on it last night, so I pretty much knew that the craze weren't on it. Left alone. Like I say, I had a tootie on the left-hand rod all day yesterday over that bait. And that was untouched, which leads me to believe that, like I say, the craze ain't a problem anymore on here. We brought all kind of tubing with us and this, that and the other, but it wasn't necessary. Yeah, this morning, like I say, the fish was showing up that left-hand end, the first end you come to, the road bank, showing quite close in. I was ever so tempted, just on the verge of moving, pack the bivvy down and all of that, and we were stood here, and we've seen the fish boshing out here, over the bay and like quite close in as well, about 40 yards out, something like that. So like I say, even though it's a big water, 100 acres plus, those fish are definitely like within bag casting distance out of here and spodding distance. But it serves all kind of angling tactics, so we're all adopting different tactics. And we've pretty much all had one now, so yeah, it's looking good. Like I say, I'm just about to get this one back out there. Just going to hook the bag on. Hook still sharp on this, check the hook point. Really important. Hook is still ever so sharp. Basically just hook the bag on there, and I'm going to put that out the far tree line marker where the fish have been showing, and hopefully get another.